How good is 3 copies of Blizzard? Find out. Let's see. What do we have going on today in the Spire? Got ourselves a Guardian Act, which is usually a nice, easy exit from Act 1. Could go relatively elite heavy here. 4 elites, even including the Burning Elite, is a fun option. This would be a nice way to do a 250 gold start, perhaps. But there's also a path up the far left. Let me just map out a couple quick options here. This path up the far left is a fun one. And then there's an optional elite here. There's also... Oops. The ability to dip into a shop here and get 3 elites, 3 rest sites this way. I'll mark this in yellow. And then the option to just get an additional elite. There we go. I guess this is yellow, actually. Additional elite instead of the first fire if we wanted to do 4 elites. Or even have an earlier first elite instead of the fire for some reason. I don't know why you would want to do that. Server's back down. Okay. That's kind of what I expected, so I didn't want to hope too hard there. Hey there, Rinviri. Neuromania says, really looking forward to the Chrysalis, Metamorphosis, and Transmutation runs. I am very excited to show off Transmutation. Extremely so. Extremely so. By the way, Thorindor, I don't know if I thanked you for 3 full years of support. Thank you so much. And Routine Sadness coming in with 38 months and the Prime sub. There's also maybe this option for the Burning Elite. Let's actually look at the starting options here. We do have a gold start option. 1 hundo gold, not 250 like I was hoping, but still makes taking either the yellow path or even going to this fire pretty reasonable. Or not fire, the shop, excuse me. Going to the first shop here before the Burning Elite. Although I think we would prefer to, if I take 100 gold, go yellow path here. We'll get a rest site, get to buy a relic or some useful cards or potions at this shop, whatever we need for the elite fights, and then knock out 1, 2, 3 elites pretty easy with several upgrades to come. That seems pretty reasonable. Otherwise, we're going to trade away our money and gain 14 max health. Actually, don't underestimate this option, a 99 gold mango, so to speak. We might go 4 elites if we did that, or perhaps go green path here and just grab the first upgrade and 3 elites. But in any event, I think the Defect, at least when it comes to Ascension 20 heart runs, really makes or breaks their runs based on the final act. And having more max health for that final act can make a very big difference. Yeah, think of that as a 199 gold for a mango. That's right, because you have to consider the opportunity cost, right? Instead of starting with 199 gold, we'll start with 0, but we'll have 14 more health. Thing is, in Slay the Spire, it's often better to make short-term investments rather than long-term investments because you want to start so-called snowballing your run. But finding your way into a long-term win condition is also a completely valid route here. It's interesting. Wish I could play sort of both of these runs side by side and see how they go. What's the exchange rate between gold and max health anyway? That's a question that's, I think, very difficult to answer. We can try to boil down each of these options into some kind of single value numerical quantity. Like we can try to place a gold valuation on the other options of a colorless card or the max health, or even try to make an average for the boss relic. But the gold itself has a variable value. Gold on floor 1 is not the same as gold on floor 17, is not the same as gold on floor 50. They each have a different potential to them, a different use value, a different impact they can have on the run. And I think that really complicates any attempt to try to make things single-dimensional. I think we would, by definition, Rinviri, have to value this at 100 gold. This one's an easy one to convert into a gold value, right? This is 100 gold. And if we're valuing things in gold, it is worth 100 gold. It's worth 100 floor 1 gold. Whereas this is minus 100 floor 1 gold. Oh, it's so complicated. Anyway, what I'm going to get at is I want to go yellow path. That's what I decided. Maybe if we're really lucky, or unlucky perhaps, we find a shop in the first question mark room and then we take a different path. But yellow path's where I want to head. And I think we actually want the events slightly later. Which means we want to go here. I'm going to do 2 question marks. I want them to be here and here, not here and here. As there's relative likelihood of a negative consequence. Something like a curse, and I want to have that for less fights, for example. Okay. A classic lousy turn 1. This is really all up to dual cast here. Dual cast will strike randomly twice. I think we have to be able to kill one of them, right? Because if the front one is struck twice, we can kill it with a strike. If the back one is struck once, we can kill it with a strike. So no matter what, this is going to let us kill one of the lice. It's the front one, which is not the one we wanted, but that's okay. We'll take 3. 3 is a happy number. And ultimately, 3 damage for the first fight is pretty good. Get a potion, a skill potion, not a very good potion, but a potion it is nonetheless. And, oh no, a glacier when I want to take damage cards. It'd be a shame if I had to skip this glacier to take a damage card. Oh wait. There are no damage cards. And that means I can take whatever the heck I want. Give me this. Normally, if there was like a Sunder or a ball lightning, anything that does any amount of real damage, I'd have to hem and haw here about not taking the big block card with Frost Orbs on it. But in this case, I'm pretty dang happy to have a Glacier from our first card award in a complete absence of damage options, and better yet, in a Act with the Guardian as our boss here. We definitely want to have some block cards. Thinking about your Act 1 boss right from the get-go is definitely something I strongly recommend. Hateful Nate, thanks for 31 months, 3-ish metric years, and Lone Wolf and Cub, thanks for the 1 actual year, the 12 months. Lastly, E of Pi, thank you for 41 months of support. Here's your Twitch Prime reminder, everybody. Use it or lose it. Anywho, pretty thrilled with the Glacier. Glacier is long-term just excellent for Defect. A big wall of block behind which you can set up powers or do really anything that you want. I'm going to be a little greedy here. Normally I would say you should defend, zap. Turn 1 against Jawworm in this situation. With a Glacier in the deck, I think we can sit back and be cozy. I also think that I might want to keep this Lightning Orb around for a bit longer, so instead of playing Dual Cast, I'm going to play Strike. Yeah, I figured. We don't do any damage this turn. A bit sad. Aha! Now we Dual Cast it. $22, you say? I think I can block for that much. Easy peasy. Okay. We took a little bit of damage. I'm not sure we could have avoided that second hit of damage even if we had chosen to attack on the first turn with Zap. So I think we saved as much health as possible during that, but I'm not 100%. Flarp Freak, thanks for the 1.5 years. Thank you for the Prime. Give Flarp Cat a pat for me. And Orange Mango, thanks for 3 metric years. You're welcome. How did Civ 6 end up? We got 200 turns in. I feel like I've learned a lot about Civ 6, so I'm actually kind of excited to go back into that. I'll give a probably more detailed breakdown when we revisit it. But I definitely feel like I got a lot of learning in. Do I want an early Streamline or an early Sweeping Beam? I think both are actually pretty okay as an early attack here. Again, I do apologize and remind everyone that the bot is likely to be down all of today's stream due to server end issues. Did we declare any wars? We did not. However, I think finding a way into a war might be one of the ways forward for Canada. Now, there's a quote to take out of context. I'm going to go Streamline. Although it's a bit awkward to do Streamline Glacier together initially. Definitely happy to get some money here from the event. That makes this shop all the more powerful. We are not in any position to take on the Burning Elite. I think that'd be pretty suicidal at this point. So let's continue happily along our yellow path. Yeah, and here was the dilemma that I feared. Glacier, Streamline on the same turn. In this case, the Cultist fight is very much a damage race, so we're absolutely going to play Streamline over Glacier. But I think I can get away with double defending here. We draw a Zap Dual Cast, we have a kill. We do. Beautiful. No health, no damage taken during that fight. Tempest, Cool-Headed, Claw. 2 orb cards. And Claw. Don't much like Claw when I've already got Streamline. Streamline is the card I want to play over and over again, not Claw. Cool-Headed is nice for drawing back into Streamline and making more Frost. Tempest could be okay for brute forcing some lightning orbs, although I tend to find it rather weak in the early game before you have good energy generation. Recommend some workshop mods for Civ 6. You can shoot me a message on Discord to recommend stuff like that if you've got links and such. Would be the best way. Would love to take a look at a few of things like that. Cool-Headed now, Blizzard later. I like where your head's at, Flintlock. Very curious as to what this event's going to be. Pay for a heal or pay for a card remove from Cleric. Well, Cleric. Gotta say, that's a nice cheap heal. Definitely makes it more reasonable to buy better things at the shop. This shouldn't change the threshold, right? Uncommon is going to be 289 at most. We go down to 280. So we could afford some uncommon relics, but I'm not likely to spend all my money on an uncommon anyway, unless it was Toxic Egg, perhaps. And even that is really not that good to spend all your cash on early. Although I think we could get away with it here. But if I pay for a card remove... Very tempting. Getting rid of all your strikes is something I love doing on Defect, and it makes the Streamline all the better. Is this the run for Defect Strike Mastery? I really doubt it. Depends on what's in the store, ultimately. I think we're also relatively likely to do okay in these upcoming Elite fights without taking too much damage, which means the heal might be unnecessary. Yeah, being able to double card remove here and at the shop is very valuable. We might even be able to get a relic alongside doing that. What would make a run suitable for Strike Mastery? Early Strike Dummy? Spending our removes on other cards could also work. Like, we could remove Defense instead, which could be more detrimental if we have really good other block. We could get curses that we end up removing and just have 2 strikes at the end, or we could just have a 50-ish card deck, of which some are starting cards. Ectoplasm is one of the most likely out situations for a Strike Mastery on Defect, I think. We can no longer afford card removals. Man, it sure is tempting to get a strike remove, especially a remove that doesn't increase the cost of future removes. Is extra juicy so early on. Alright, I'll pay for your card remove. I think Streamline says that's a good idea. So our money went up and then down. We're kind of back to a normal amount, considering the starting bonus that we took. And I am going to upgrade our biggest, best damage card, for now, the Streamline, as this is going to be essential to winning basically any fight once we remove our starting damage cards. Wow. Blizzard defrag, anybody? Holy heck. It's even on sale. Like, the game wants this to be a Blizzard run so bad. I think Toolbox is also very fantastic. Turbo's even not bad. Plute24 says, any advice for slowing down while playing? I have a tendency to rush through things and then realize I made the wrong decision and then die. This might be deeply uncomfortable to you to suggest, but genuinely, one of the easiest ways to force yourself to slow down is disable fast mode. And just watch the kind of... Once you're used to it, they'll feel painfully slow. The animations for drawing and seeing your cards at the start of turn, and the animations for everything. But it really does allow your brain a little bit of time to think and process what you're actually looking at before you choose to do anything. But it will force you to play slower. The other recommendation that I can give is you can kind of set yourself a rule at the start of each turn. Take your hands off the mouse and keyboard and just kind of look at the turn for even just 5 seconds before you allow yourself to make any inputs. And that can be a way to slow your play down as well. Enrique K says, I like using the long press confirmations from a quality of life mod to force you to slow down. That way you can't end turn instinctively. Although that won't save you from clicking on cards you really ought not to. Xerxes TV says, sometimes I think of it like a chess puzzle. Look at the entire turn of plays before making the first move in a tactic. Dolan says, I find I simply just don't know what the best choice is, even when I take my time to assess the situation. That's where sometimes trial and error has to come in. Sometimes you really do have to just kind of guess at what to do, and I do that all the time on stream. I'll weigh my options at a boss relic choice, for example. Like, here's the upside and downside of this, here's the upside and downside of the other thing. And here are the factors in our run that influence those. But ultimately, I don't actually know which one's the better choice. I'm just kind of guessing at it. So with 240 gold, we can get quite a lot here. Early defrag is quite spectacular, especially when you already have Frost Orbs. Especially when you can get an upgrade on it. And especially when we're going to then fight the Guardian. Seems almost idyllic here. Blizzard's going to want an upgrade if we want to use it for any real damage, which at the moment it's actually not that good. Honestly, as an attack card, currently the Barrage is better than the Blizzard. Sad as it is to say, the Barrage does higher damage to one target and scales up a lot faster, but doesn't have the long-term potential the Blizzard does, which can be an actually really effective heart solution. I do think Toolbox is a spectacular relic. Probably the best choice here by far. Better even than defrag. But buying toolbox doesn't get me card masteries. Blizzard. Blizzard will do it. And I do want another striker move. How'd you know? So we don't have enough money left for a potion. We might have wanted to consider perhaps the explosive potion to give us a bit of an edge in this upcoming elite fight, but I think we'll be okay. If this is anything other than Gremlin Knob, we will easily stop the elite, and if it is Gremlin Knob, we'll still do pretty okay, as long as we can redraw the streamline. I think we'll be okay. Skill potion might make a difference as well. It is Gremlin Knob. At least we got Zap turn 1. Do I skill potion now? That is my question. That'll create a skill that we might have to draw again. But the idea behind a skill potion now would be to create a damaging skill that we can use. Ideally a dark orb from darkness or rainbow. But we could also get multiple lightning orbs from Tempest. We could get... I guess multicast wouldn't be very good. Recursion would be acceptable. Would definitely hit for a little bit more here. Yes, this will likely be a 4-turn Gremlin Knob fight. Might force us to rest here after this, depending on how painful this is. We draw Defrag Glacier next turn. We should be okay. Charge Battery could help a lot. Hologram could let me double zap. Yeah, I think there's enough hits off the skill potion. Let's use it. Seek would be really good. White Noise. Let's take a White Noise. Give me a random power. Otherwise, we're doing a reprogram, which seems kind of counterintuitive here. What do you got, White Noise? We hit a buffer. That's pretty good. I will take a free buffer against Gremlin Knob. Now would be a great time to draw Glacier next turn. We'll see how this goes. We might have to use our buffer to simply block the first hit. Yeah. This turn is Streamline Defrag. Next turn we play Glacier. There's no way we don't play Streamline. So we only saved 8 health from this buffer, but that's still 8 health, which is important. Now we've got a bit more of a dangerous situation headed our way here. We still have 49 health on this Gremlin Knob. We're being attacked again next turn. We're likely to draw about 26 damage. I think we're playing Glacier this turn. It'll block for quite a bit. 7 plus 3 plus 3. Meanwhile, it only adds 4 damage to Gremlin Knob, so we save quite a bit of health here. And the Frost Orbs are still there next turn if we should fail to kill. We'll deal 9 damage immediately from Lightning by evoking 1, bringing Gremlin Knob to 40. We can then either dual cast or strike and let the Lightning do the damage. We'll bring them down to 30, which would next turn mean we kill with Streamline Strike. But not Streamline Blizzard. Streamline Blizzard Zap would do it. If we dual cast... we'll deal another 18, bringing Gremlin Knob to 22. Still requires a Streamline draw. I don't think that's enough of a difference to make up for the fact that dual cast makes us take 5 more damage, so I think what I do is Glacier and Strike. We survive next turn even if we fail to get the kill, but getting the kill is reasonably likely. Something like a 50-50 here. We got it. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Get him, Blizzard. We score a Focus Potion, which is excellent here. I think we saved enough health such that I don't need to rest at the rest site. And the Stone Calendar is quite sweet for a deck that is quite block-heavy. Speaking of block-heavy, do we add a Hologram or a Reinforced Body? Both of these are stellar defensive options. I think Streamline says add a Hologram here, so that we can get it back and play it again. It's a block card and an offense card. Love me, Hologram. Arguably one of the best card manipulation cards in the whole heckin' game. It's like a Seek, but for your discard pile. Yeah, that went way better than expected. Life's going pretty well so far at the start of this Defect run. Little YOLO can go a long way sometimes. Let's see what our second relic is. A Bottled Lightning. You're a little early, Bottled Lightning. Unfortunately, there is no Seek here for you. But we could bottle Glacier. And that sounds pretty sweet, actually. Cool-headed, also an acceptable bottle. Have I ever done Scrape plus Reflex? Tactician. I believe that interaction does work. Let's bottle Glacier. And let's upgrade Defragment. Voidheart says, what monitor model am I using? Let's see. If I can find the exact name. I actually haven't been asked that one before. Actually surprisingly hard to find. Hold on. These are 27-inch LG monitors. I think I'd have to go like digging through my Amazon history to figure out what exactly their model variety. I got these a couple years ago now. So, against the 3 Sentries, pretty much all we need to do is play Defragment, get some Frost Orbs down, and then wait patiently for Stone Calendar to do the rest. My monitors are not curved, Lloydheart. They might have looked curved from one camera angle, but they are not. Wet Lotus, thanks for 7 months of support. Let's see, strike, then cool-headed? I think so. Or is no, dual cast. Yeah. That's how it's done. Truly an effortless fight. Now, Stone Calendar can have the credit. Today is not Blizzard's day. Boop. Singing Bowl. Excellent early find. We can skip cards to gain max HP. However, I don't think we should skip a card here. There's actually all of these are interesting options. Early Algo is certainly tempting. Hey there, Threat Level Midnight. Thanks for 5 months. Good luck to the Leafs. And you're so heckin' welcome, What Lotus, for 7 months. And the stream vibes. It's good to have you as part of our community. So, genuinely, I think recursion is also really good here. We already have focus to make channeling an orb a bit more powerful. And recursion can be used to cycle frost orbs at notably 0 cost once upgraded. If we're thinking about recursion here, this is recursion that needs an upgrade for the long term, but I think it will absolutely pay off if upgraded. We don't exactly have all the upgrades I'd like to give. Currently, we would like to upgrade Hologram, Blizzard, and Recursion if I take it. We only have 1 upgrade, unless these events are generous. But I'm okay with some later upgrading on some of these. Notably, the Hologram can wait. I'm going to grab this Recursion. And we're going to go for events here. Merchant, what are you doing here? Fusion is being offered. Interesting with a recursion having been just taken. Melter does some decent damage. Potions are okay. If I feel the need for Gremlin insurance here. Although I think the focus potion is already Gremlin insurance, especially with bottled glacier. So I'm not too worried there. I think that means I don't spend any of our money. Oh, maybe Impatience is an option. Although that too needs an upgrade. It's not guaranteed Lagavulin? No. You can fight the same elite twice in 1 act. The only restriction is that you cannot fight the same elite twice in a row. So we fought Gremlin first, and then our second elite was 50-50 to be either Lagavulin or the 3 Sentries. We fought the 3 Sentries. That means the next elite is 50-50 to either be Gremlin again or Lagavulin. We could just go back and forth fighting Gremlin Sentries, Gremlin Sentries over and over again, and never encounter the Lagavulin. 'Tis the RNG of the Spire. Does the Dead Adventurer event count towards that elite? No, which means with the Dead Adventurer event, you can end up in the same elite fight twice in a row, even 2 floors in a row sometimes. We've seen that on stream. Free relic. It's a Centennial puzzle. Holy heck, that's a very good relic. First time we lose health each combat, draw 3. I'd say one of the best for the Defect. Alright, wasn't guaranteed Lagavulin, but we did fight Lagavulin, so cool. Let's chill and patiently wait here. Stone Calendar can do a lot in this fight, as the egg will sleep for up to 3 turns, undisturbed. Be cool-headed here, it'll wake up the egg. Maybe I wanted to cool-headed and then play defrag. I think that was the play. Yes, I think cool-headed then defragment was the play here. But that's fine. I can either wait 1 more turn, or we can just wake up now. But yeah, I think it was actually cool-headed first there. Let's just wait a turn. Keep the lightning orb. Having a lightning orb is not such a bad thing, ultimately. Although I do want to keep 2 frost here. Let's just go dual cast zap. And I'll recur a frost orb for glacier here, or for blizzard here. And then again here. That's a full block, actually. Zap does effectively 10 damage, blizzard does 8 damage. Let's play zap. Keep cycling the frost orbs back to the front here. Streamline, once again, kind of awkward to play, but it really doesn't matter because the Stone Calendar is our win con in this one. So let's just keep recursioning frost. Get him, Stone Calendar. Easy breezy. We pick up an Anchor for 10 block turn 1. Stacking with the Glacier on turn 1, that's a lot of turn 1 block. It's going to be very difficult to lose health unexpectedly here. And then I think Buffer's going to make it even more difficult to lose health by allowing us to prevent the next time that we would lose health. Compiled River is also not terrible here, although we often just have 3 Frost Orbs. Cry of the Wind, thanks for 7 months of support. And the Plebiscide, greetings. Life's good. But when are we going to master auto shields? I can't really recommend auto shields with either hologram or boat thingies. But Buffer. Yeah, poor Centennial Puzzle. Will it ever be used? Would this deck love a Frozen Core? I actually don't think so. I think we would much prefer other kinds of boss relic. Believe it or not, I am going to upgrade Recursion before I upgrade anything else here. I really want this Recursion to be free. How does card mastery work? Asks DJ Funky Muffins. Essentially, in order to master a card, I have to beat the game with 2 of that card in the deck. So beating meaning win on Ascension 20 versus the Corrupt Heart in Act 4. We need 2 of that card in our deck, and then we need to win. And that masters the card. And the goal is, across as many runs as it takes, master every single card in the game. All the starters, all the class cards, all the curses, all the colorless cards, everything. Everything that it could be possible to win with 2 of. I have to do it. Does that sound insane? Absolutely, because it is. Is it a fun time? Definitely. Absolutely. So we could simply buffer this turn 2 nonsense. That sounds kind of reasonable. Yeah. I don't need your nonsense, Guardian. Oh no, 36. Only I had some form of protection when I failed to do this kind of damage. How about no? We're going to take 1 damage here, which is probably a good thing, as we'll draw a whole bunch of cards for this turn. Put a Lightning Orb in play for some passive damage. Both Streamline and Hologram will ultimately be free here. Or, both Streamline and Recursion will be free in the discard pile, excuse me. I think we'd rather Recursion. If I cool-headed, I might draw Glacier and be unable to play it. I don't really love that. Let's see, we've currently got 11 block. 16 incoming. I can simply go Streamline, Defend, Defend. Skip the hologram for now. Let's do that. Take actually no damage from that. And yes, the Glacier was the top card. Now the Streamline's free and we can just play it whenever we see it. This too is a good thing. Stone Calendar sends its regards. Have to take damage to play the Streamline here. I don't think I need to. Because now Blizzard is actually kind of strong now. Blizzard is also a Streamline. Get bops. So we'll do it that way. Slightly wrong order. Matters little. Yeah, unfortunately Stone Calendar doesn't go off again on turn 14. You wish it did. You could bop the Guardian that way. GG! We took only 1 point of damage during that fight. Centennial Puzzle sends its regards. Didn't use either of our potions, which means we can keep this colorless potion on the ground, as I think both of these potions are a little bit more consistently better. And look at this, 3 unmastered rare cards, with Fission being quite juicy. Why is Fission so juicy here? Well, with Bottled Glacier, we can always guarantee there are 3 orbs in play. That means this is always draw 3, gain 3 energy. Electrodynamics can do damage to all enemies, but honestly, so too can Blizzard. And Creative AI could make more powers, which is definitely strong, but I don't think what we want here. Fission puts us further into upgrade debt. Ideally, you want to upgrade Fission such that it evokes the orbs, giving you immediate numerical benefit in addition to the card draw and energy. But I think we might want to consider something else upgrade-wise first. We're hoping we can get several upgrades this act. I would definitely be happy with almost no elites taken and lots of upgrades here in Act 2. Let's see what the act gives us. I'd also be happy with not necessarily more energy, but maybe more card removals. Empty Cage or Astrolabe would be pretty tempting. Well, there's the Empty Cage. The energy relic that is up against is Sozu. Sozu's actually pretty okay here as an energy option, believe it or not. The reason for that being is that we have pretty decent potions. Focus Potion is a pretty solid Act 4 potion, good against the hearts. And Block Potion is just solid and reliable, good for preserving buffer as well against heart. Normally my problem with Sozu is that you take a lot of damage on turn 1 if your hands are bad, and potions are one of your best ways to mitigate bad turn 1s. Well, guess what? This deck has Anchor and a guaranteed turn 1 Glacier, which makes me think that potions are going to be a lot less valuable overall. More energy is definitely very helpful in a deck that wants to be playing Glacier Streamline and a deck that wants to be getting as many Frost Orbs in play as possible for Blizzard. So actually, the more that I think about it, the more this Sozu looks really appealing. I think we're definitely going to get Thunder Strike done before Regular Strike, Mr. Baconudo, and if that's not appropriate, I don't know what is. The smaller the deck, the bigger the bang. That's right, the quicker we can redraw the Frost Orbs, the more powerful the Blizzard will be. So there's definitely a balance to be struck between energy and removals. I think I'm going to take the Sozu here. This is a less usual pick for me, but I see a lot of potential in this one. Champ is already dead. We don't even need to think about Champ, and we get offered exactly the sort of path I was looking for, actually. One with a buttload of upgrades. Maybe not so many elites. We can just do something basic here. Simple. Deadly. Effective. We don't get that much stronger, necessarily, this act, but I can easily see us cruising through to Act 3 with things as they are. And another boss relic will really change things for us. Add a Pyramid, add Astrolabe. I don't know, we can get a lot done. Fire, Flame, Fire, thanks for 35 months. So close to 3 years. Pour one out preemptively for Champ. He's going to have a cold day coming up. So the goal here is mostly don't lose too much health. Don't fight more elites than we can handle. One is plenty here. And for that elite, we'd like to upgrade Fission and, quite frankly, Blizzard. Maybe Hologram. Well, now, the thing that counts is that you're here now, Deathraw. How's it going, Roman the Emperor? We have to master strikes on each character separately, which has resulted in the running joke of the Defect strikes, which are not mastered and perhaps never will be. I think every other character has mastered the basic cards, including Watcher with both strikes and defense. Took a while for Watcher defense, but it happened. We still have 2, there's hope, at least until I get to the shop in a couple of floors, then there's no longer going to be any hope. And I owe the chat a dad joke for the DMD. Why did the Defect pursue a career in being an emergency responder? Because they're always so cool-headed. Is Meowie, thanks for 3 months of support. Hello to Japan. Hope all is well. Alright, Fission, show us what you got. More cards, please. Not enough cards to actually knock a bird out of the air. Currently, we're taking 1 damage, which is perhaps the best amount of damage one could possibly take. Let's keep that up. Just hit me. Fortunately, it takes 4 hits, not 3, to knock a bird out of the air on Ascension 20. Uh-oh. That's not good. When you see all the birds doing that, that's not good. We could hologram Streamline here and try to get one of them down. I'm also thinking about hologramming Glacier and setting up Frost for next turn. I think that's what I want to do. Because I'm not actually going to kill them. Even with the Streamline. They're angry. Oh boy, are they angry. But how much can we block? That's the question. 29, 39. Convenient. That was the correct amount of block. And we can even sneak in Buffer here or play Zap, but I think the Blizzard will kill this one next turn, so let's get Buffer down. Protect me in case of nonsense. Continuing trend of actually only taking 1 damage in fights, I kind of like it. The Blip Blap. Works surprisingly well. Even Stone Calendar's in on the fun. Ooh. Capacitor. More orb slots. This is definitely a deck that would appreciate more orb slots for the Frost. Death Raw says, are Streamline and Rampage similar cards in my mind? No. No, they're not. The way that Streamline scales allows you to play it many times in 1 turn. You really can't do that with Rampage because of the energy cost. I'm gonna grab that. Don't get a lot of opportunities for orb slots as Defect. Cauldron, huh? Metamorphosis is kind of interesting. It's not really what this deck is looking to do, but it's an option. I think we're probably going to remove another card and pick up another copy of Hologram, another unupgraded Hologram. Instead of upgrading the 1 hologram that we have, we could just have more holograms. That's almost as good. That's almost as good. Beam Cell is also pretty tempting, actually, because most of our damage is attack damage, and Beam Cell will multiply that damage. But that would be yet another card I want to upgrade. I agree that Discovery had a lot of potential in this deck. I think there's a lot of usefulness there. A lot of just general power to it. Bites. Bites on Defect allow you to stall for heals. But if you've removed a lot of your strikes already, then it's adding tons of cards to the deck, and including costing you max health. I do think this is a very good event for Sozu in general, just not for this run. Very well. Goodbye. Alright, our first actual opponent, Shelled Parasite. Normally, this fight is awful because turn 1, but I blunk. A blunk real good. Bouncy Robot. Thanks for 15 months. The old bonk. And Blanc. $20 passive block, anyone? Now we don't want to use Fission because I want to keep these orbs. Get him, Blizzard. 24 damage. Zeknar! Welcome, one and all. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Zek. Hope your heart fight was successful with the Defect. You're watching a run that deliberately picked Sozu over, honestly, some pretty good other options. The Empty Cage and the Calling Bell. We've got Blizzard happening. And also Stone Calendar. So it's kind of cool. Black Lava the Cat, thanks for 3 months of support. Rest in pieces, Strike Mastery. And rest in pieces, Avocado. If only I could pick that up. Okay. Easy every time. Blizzard with a plus gets added to the deck. The second copy of Blizzard deck is now go, Twitch chat. That's the luck of the raid. Thank you, Zeknar, for the Blizzard Plus. The beauty of it all. Love it. Alright, do I actually want an event here, or should I take the combat? Combat seemed pretty good. Momentum says with like 5 upgrades, this deck could beat the heart. Well, guess what? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna happen. Born into the cold. So, looking at card rewards from combats is pretty valuable, actually. And we have Singing Bowl? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna take a fight here. Yeah, 2 max health at worst, and a little bit of money. We can't get a potion, but that's fine. Mojira, thanks for 9 months. Sub, baby. Baby. Alright, Chosen could definitely be a challenging opponent. I think I want a hologram glacier here. Alright, that was a fun turn 1. I made 38 block. There we go. Let's go buffer defend. I'll just patiently wait. Nine times 2 is 18. We're getting 12. This would not block 4 enough. So let's go Blizzard Streamline Strike. We should probably hit the bird here. Kill this thing first. Yeah, this is not ideal. Centennial Puzzle, save me. Good work. And then all was well. Once again. Let's see. 20 block, 27 block. Okay, we'll have to dual cast also. I guess Bird is dying to either Stone Calendar or Blizzard, so let's hit the Chosen now. I'll take the 50-50 to kill this thing. To prevent the 1 damage. Since Stone Calendar does exactly the required damage anyway. Good work, Stone Calendar. Okay, that seemed like a pretty spooky fight, but we really only took a couple points of damage there. And we get offered a reasonable card reward. Turbo is a little tempting, but I think we would just prefer max health here. LB Kaiser, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Heck yeah. Is Stone Calendar good? It can be. Wouldn't say it's an all-purpose relic. Wow, it's done so much damage in this run. Nice. I'll take 2 max health. Alright, let's definitely not tango with elites. We're here to upgrade stuff, and upgrades we have. I no longer view Blizzard as a priority upgrade now that we have an upgraded Blizzard. So I think we can focus on stuff like Hologram, Fission, and Buffer, perhaps? Let's start with Fission, I think. Just like the look of that. Oh, and another upgrade, the Warped Tongs. Yeah, just send me to Upgrade Town. We could take the Curse here, which we haven't mastered, and get a random upgrade every turn, which is really good in a deck like this, because we have so few starter cards. But that Pain Curse is a bit of a problem. Seems like the lower the per combat deck damage on Calendar, the better your deck is, right? Well, that's definitely one way to look at it. If goodness of deck is measured in turns to win fights, for example, which is a reasonable metric, usually you want that to be lower than 7. Easy remove pain. Not before the champ fight, it's not. We have no shops for the rest of the act, and if we don't take the Burning Elite this act, then we might be forced into no shops next act. Also, if we get an extra upgrade right now, we might be able to fight this Burning Elite, which doesn't even cost us a rest site. Actually, this would be a really good thing to do. I'm much less afraid of the Elite with 2 Blizzards. Yeah, it could be a super-powered Book of Stabbing. That would be spooky. That would maybe require my Focus Potion, actually. So that's a potential problem, is that the Burning Elite here could require my potion. If we were to do that. I'm not sure about that. Let's see what the relic is. Peace Pipe? I should have taken that tongs. Dang it. I guess we could skip this. The removal was easy after all. I'm really not sure about this Burning Elite. I don't think I'm going to. Not in Act 2. No, it should be an easy Burning Elite Act 3. I'm going to skip that. Hello again. Honestly, this is fine. Is this Capacitor and Hologram to save 3 health? Or what? I think we just save 3 health. With the way this is going to go. Zoop. It's Blizzard time. And fission time. 5 cards, 5 energy. No prob. Block for 60. Easy. Yet another comparatively easy hallway fight, offering us either a Cold Snap for more Frost Orbs, or, since these are 3 unupgraded common attacks, I think 2 max health. Shunjo, thanks for 34 months. Holy heck. Support is real today. Get yet another upgrade, which arguably could go on Capacitor. I think Cool-Headed is also really good. How would I value a Frozen Core for this run? Pretty low, ultimately. Once the orb slots are full, it would no longer provide any value. With the Capacitor in the deck, it's a little bit better than it was in Act 1, but I think it's still pretty bad. I think I am going to upgrade the Cool-Headed here for more card draw. How does Glacier upgrade? Just +3 block. Surprisingly basic. Alright, let's see. This is not the ideal turn 1 against Gremlin Leader, but I'm actually not too upset about it. Got 28 damage headed our way. We're blocking for 21 currently. I think this is, once again, Capacitor and Hologram. We will get debuffed, which is a bit unfortunate, but we'll also draw a bunch of cards for next turn, which can help us get set up here. What we want to do is start scaling the Blizzard, and use the Blizzard to wipe out the minions here. Take 2. It's not enough damage yet. So we'll get attacked again next turn. That's not that bad, actually, because I'm going to draw the fission, probably. Okay, so let's go buffer defend here. Let's see what we can do next turn. No Cool-Headed before fission is a little sad, but only a little. I'd like to be able to draw back into Streamline. Kill you. And indeed we did. And I can hologram it again. Perfect. Kill you also. Also hologram Cool-Headed here. I don't think I want to do that. Well, Streamline doing a really good job of showcasing why it's here. And we can actually just full block also. Great turn. Keep the buffers. Easy. Easy peasy. How long have I been playing this game? Asks Summoner TG. Almost 7,000 hours of Slay the Spire is my Spire career at this point. A ton of playing one video game. More than I've ever put into any other game in my life, certainly. But since it's now become my primary income source as well, it just kind of seems reasonable. Blap. You're going to summon new minions to get Blap? No, you're going to attack me. Which makes me very glad I preserved the buffers from last time, because ouch. I don't think I can block 16 by 3. 14, 26. This will not be enough, so let's just attack. Buffer saves the day. And so does Stone Calendar. Stone Calendar gets a small friend. The Mercury Hourglass adds 3 damage per turn as we count towards the Stone Calendar's inevitable explosion. 2 upgraded cards appear. Reinforced Body is a premium block card, and one I really like. Or Reprogram here to let us trade Focus for Strength and Dex. We don't want to do that. Give me a Reinforced Body, please. And I think I will take one late Act 2 event, see what we get here. A Pleading Vagrant will sell us a relic for 85 gold, or trade it for the Shame Curse. I'll take a relic. What do you got, friend? A Blue Candle. We can now play unplayable curse cards, notably including our Ascender's Bane, to deal 1 damage to ourselves, and at times draw 3 additional cards with the Centennial Puzzle, which may or may not be useful. Sometimes we'll choose to do that, sometimes we won't. Hello and welcome, Maddie. 820H means we're fighting the heart. That's the H on Ascension 20, Slay the Spire's highest difficulty level. It's a good time. By which I mean it's a very difficult time. New players are always heckin' welcome here in the chat. Got a very question-friendly community. Part of, I guess, the teaching background. Part of teaching for me was always, getting asked the same questions essentially over and over again. And I know some communities kind of sneer and deride at that, but if you never allow repeated thoughts, you kind of box yourself into a corner pretty quick, I find. So it's always a delight for me to see people who are relatively new to the game and looking to learn the experience, or just new to the channel at large, because it means that people are finding their way here and that the community is still growing. It's good stuff. And yeah, that also teaches patience too. Patience with people, patience with the experience. I've built up a lot of patience in my life, and there's quite a few things I credit to that. One of which, actually, here, Dark Souls. The art in the corner here. Dark Souls taught me patience quite well. But have I done the Hot Wings A20 challenge? Not yet. How's it going, Scart? On Ascension 2, working their way up? Good. Best of luck on the climb. Alright, well, Buffer's here. I'm just going to play the attack cards. Adding days to my draw pile is not really my jam, you know? Not my jam. Istra Balagina, thank you so much for the 5 very generous gifted subs. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Some new cozy friends. Excellent. Just what I like to see. Stone Calendar. Do your thing. Liquid Memory. Oh. Force Field can be a really good block card. I'd also say in a deck like this, Static Discharge can be really powerful. A deck with lots of Frost. As a way to retaliate with damage if an enemy overwhelms your ability to scale defensively. That said, with 2 Blizzards in the deck, I think we actually have our long-term damage plan sorted out really well. And the goal should be to, by and large, just channel more Frost. ASAP. Buffer makes it a lot less valuable also. Liquid what? Let's do this next. So many delightful upgrades. We really improved the upgrade debt situation from last act. We picked up a couple of already upgraded cards, we removed a couple of cards, and we upgraded so many things thanks to that bonus event. So now we have Fission Plus, Capacitor Plus, 1 Hologram Plus, 1 Buffer Plus. And poor Champ is going to find out the hard way what it means to be outscaled. Poor guy. Okay, I'm just going to go in faster here. Actually, we'll lose Buffer here, huh? That's fine. Make this cheaper. Even if I spent all my energy on Reinforced, we couldn't have stopped that hit. Which is just fine by me. Oops, that wasn't quite enough, huh? Miscocked that. Thought that was 21. All right, we lose the other buffer, but again, this is not going to be an issue in a moment here. As we go up to 6 Frost Orbs and stay there. This is where I kind of wish we had a recycle in this deck. But mostly our goal is to channel so many Frost that the Blizzard does indescribable amounts of damage. More damage than you can shake a stick at. And we're actually not even going to bother chipping away at Champ's health that much. Beside that, we just want to make the Blizzard become large. I'll play this one. But I'm close to half here. With the aid of Stone Calendar. Champ fight is a fight done in essentially 2 phases. When Champ is above half HP, he doesn't consider you much of a threat and will kind of putz around a lot. When Champ goes below half health, he gets very angry and will kill even the most defensive of decks very quickly, unless you can overwhelm him and bring him to 0 health, which is usually the plan. The core idea for any Champ fight is spend the time while Champ is above half health preparing your deck situation, setting up a nice amount of damage, or otherwise putting yourself in a position to outright win the fight with your powers or exhausted cards or what have you, and then using burst damage, kill the Champ before he can truly harm you. Almost. We are almost ready. $99 damage. Champ is becoming very strong. Good for him. Perfect draw. Okay. It's time for a bink and a bonk. We go Blizzard. Hologram. Blizzard again. All cool-headed. And once more with feeling, Blizzard. Crunchy. Normally I'd love Seek here, but if we want to master the Fission card, this is a great opportunity to do so. Move all your orbs, gain energy, and draw a card for each orb removed. Let's do it. The challenge of the mastery challenge is that we have to make card picks we wouldn't usually make. I like it. I like it a lot. Getting duplicate rare cards is also very difficult to do, generally speaking, so we definitely want to take the opportunity here to grab the second Fission. They kept asking me, how good is the Frozen Core? And what I kept saying was that, no, it's not that good, because once our orb slots are full, we no longer have a way to get our orb slots to be empty again, such that we're not getting Frost Orbs anymore. Except we totally do now have a way to get our orb slots empty again. With 2 Fissions, emptying the orb slots is easier than ever. Frozen Core replaces our cracked core. If we end our turn with an empty orb slot, we get a free Frost. Really not that much in terms of scaling the Blizzard. It's not as helpful as you'd want it to be. Just 1 Frost Orb per turn. But 1 Frost Orb per turn is pretty good, especially when we're also adding defense to the mix. That means we'll have 3 Frost Orbs at the end of turn 1, accounting for the Glacier that we still have bottled. And we have a Capacitor to get more Orb slots, which also makes this easier to take advantage of. I like it. The Philo Stone and the Busted Crown are also both fine. More energy is certainly helpful here. But I genuinely think this is a very cool, pun intended, Frozen Core. Let's do it. Let's upgrade that starter relic and get more frost for a true Blizzard run. How appropriate. Now, no shop for us. Pretty underwhelming Act 3. We only get to fight 1 elite. This is the consequence of not being brave enough to fight a burning Gremlin leader, which I'm actually pretty okay that we didn't do. Means we'll be short on relics, short on overall opportunities this act, but at least we get to look at a bunch of card rewards from regular fights and get some max health, perhaps. It's not a very good path, but I think it'll still do. I think we can still pull a winning run together out of this. Beautiful. Note that the Frost Orb generated by Frozen Core immediately gives you block at the end of the turn. I have 2 buffers. Love it. Charge battery with a plus is not bad. Heat sinks can also be fun card draw in any deck with enough powers, and we do have enough powers that heat sinks could be quite good. I think the heat sinks will want an upgrade if we look to use it for card draw. I think more card draw is good. Oh, I saw that you asked this earlier, Deathdraw. I apologize for missing that last time. Deathdraw asks, in general, do I prefer my orbs to perform one role, offense/defense, and the cards to perform the other? Yes. I think it is very difficult to get your orb slots to be both the block and the defense of your run. In order to make that work, you either need to take really a good advantage of stuff like Loop, where you can radically change the output of the deck on the fly, depending on what the enemy is doing. Or you need to just spam so many orbs that you can numerically overwhelm everything, which is kind of inefficient to do. I do generally prefer that either my orb slots are dedicated to dealing damage, lightning or dark, and then a bunch of block cards, like charge batteries, reinforced bodies, holograms. Or I want my orbs blocking, the frost in this case, with my cards then dedicated to finding a way to deal damage. The blizzards, the streamline, and the support cards kind of helping those. Max orb slots in total is 10. Cannot go beyond 10, no matter what. Frosty. This way. Easy. This be one of the situations where playing the Ascender's Bane might be worthwhile. We're just gonna do, let's see. This is 24. We can just do Heatsink, Streamline, Defend. Get him. Bonk. Deeply, deeply satisfying. How about a second copy of Glacier? Does that sound appealing to anybody? In a double Blizzard deck? I think so. Let's get icy. Another good use case for the Ascender's Bane here. We're not really drawing a whole lot of value. Let's pay the price of 1 health to draw more here. Pretty happy with that. Let's do buffer. Since this could be damaging to our health. In a couple of ways, really. Wonderful turn. Just like that, the Frost Orbs are effortlessly refilled. Good reason to upgrade Dual Cast now, also. That can then help us generate more Frost Orbs. Not actually paying much attention to this fight. Does the Blizzard animation get bigger as you scale? Yes, I think with a cap of 100 Frost Orbs. But yes, definitely yes. Who's our first Act 3 boss? Against, hopefully we'll fight Awakened one, and then I can show you maximum Blizzard animation. Bonk. Beep. Unupgraded Loop is a little sad, but still pretty dang good in this deck. Especially with the heat sinks. Yes, I'll take a Loop for late game scaling. I'm gonna need some help. Oh, that was convenient. More frost, please. Bonk. Beautiful. Upgraded Go for the Eyes. That's pretty spicy. That allows us to apply Weaken and really slow down some of the most dangerous fights in the game, including the Corrupt Heart. This is very important for stopping Corrupt Heart. Good against Time Eater, too. And very good with 2 holograms. I'll take it. I wish more attack cards had special animations. I think it'd be really cool if there were a few more. Definitely. Would really like that. Just scale the Frost Orbs, don't question it. Necrothal TV, thanks for the 5 months of support with that Prime sub. I can appreciate it. Let's draw some cards. It's gonna be a very strong blizzard now. Hello? Blizzard says deals 66 damage. Actually, no, it says more than that. Nice. Hopefully, buffer stops that damage, but you can see the fight got a little out of control there. Nicely handled. Second Blizzard Rebound is here, or Beam Cell. With Go for the Eyes, I actually really like the Beam Cell. Even though it's unupgraded. Could take a third Blizzard unupgraded, but I don't have any interest in that. Sorry. We're going to upgrade Loop. Vision's also pretty tempting. Do I Cinder's Bane here? I don't think I bother. Got plenty of good stuff to play. Giant Head should be very easy for this deck, actually. We'll leave that other Fission unplayed for the moment. Just a few too many starter cards still. Tick-tock. Time is running out. So they say. Give me this. Bonk. One damage from Stone Calendar. I'll take it. Get our super key. Chaos Plus is interesting if we want more orbs. Although random orbs are not necessarily helpful here. This could generate Frost Orbs. And is a card we haven't achieved mastery of. Or we could simply take 2 more health here. I'm a little worried that we don't have enough card draw to make this work, but we do get many more card picks. I think Chaos another time. Do we want Turbo? Or Energy Generation? Honestly, I'm not feeling it. Frosty. Did we skip our Act 2 boss relic? We did not. We have a sneaky boss relic here, the Frozen Core, the replacement starting relic for the Defect. Easy to overlook. Because why would anyone take Frozen Core? Not the world's worst barrage. Just keep taking health here. White Beast Statue. That ain't it, unfortunately. It's not what we skipped the shovel for. This is fine. We can take our time versus the Writhing Mass. This enemy does not scale up over time. One of comparatively few enemies who don't do that. Scale, that is. It's pretty good damage, but I'm not going to bother yet. Okay, that's fine. Jack asks, what is the maximum amount of damage that Writhing Mass can do? Their highest damage base attack... Here, I can actually show you the different intents here. With the Bestiary mod, there are 5 different actions this enemy can take. Every time you change their intent, they shift to a different one at random. The probability is not equal between all the options. The weakest attack is the attack debuff. Base of 12 applies weak and vulnerable, which is going to make the other attacks hit harder. Attack defend for 16 and block 16. This is pretty consistently the least threatening attack, but the block can prevent you from further changing the mass's intent, which can be an issue. Multi-attack for 9x3, one big hit for 38. Note that if you're vulnerable, the multi-attack becomes 13x3. And the single attack becomes 57. And those are the 2 really threatening numbers the Writhing Mass can create, is 39 and 57 when you're vulnerable. Lastly, the big swirly effect permanently adds a parasite to the player's deck. That's the one a lot of people really dislike the Writhing Mass over. But it is ultimately not that much of a problem as long as you are restrained in your use of attack cards. Don't play more attacks than you can... than you can do while still safely having an option to change their intent afterwards. So, for example, after that Blizzard, we can reroll again by doing Hologram on the Blizzard. But we prefer to, once we find an intent that's not threatening, just leave it as such. Note that if you strike the Writhing Mass without damaging the actual health, then you will not change the intent of the Writhing Mass. So here, for example, I'm going to play this Blizzard for 64 damage. If this had been the Curse, we could play Strike again. If I didn't have the Strike in my hand, playing the Blizzard would have been a bad idea. And now we're almost done the fight. Just give me Hologram and we're good. Or Blizzard, that works too. We're out of there. Fruit juice, come on. And there's card draw. Skim, draw 3 cards, thank goodness. I was wondering if we'd ever find card draw. Could actually take more combats, less events, but I think events here at the end of Act 3 are pretty good. Could get a rare relic, could get colorless cards. It's going to be a rare relic. These 2 are pretty threatening. Do I have what it takes to fight these enemies? Actually, I don't think that I do. This is one of the most threatening fights in the Spire, and I don't have potions to burn here. These enemies scale very quickly, and it's really all about can you kill one of them quickly? We can't, actually. So I think we could end up losing way more health here than acceptable. This fight definitely scales faster than any of the bosses coming up. I'm gonna leave. Maybe that's a sign I should have taken not the event, but maybe we'll get Mind Bloom from the next one. Recalling leaves my options open at the final fire here. Definitely happy with bottled glacier in this moment. Definitely happy we have skim now. Let's go hollow glacier. Sell you. Great stuff. I need so many more upgrades. Can't tell if the skim upgrade or the heat sinks upgrade is better for our card draw. Guess it depends on the draw order. Deck feels like it wants more focus? Definitely. It's part of why the focus potion is going to be so important here. We'll have more focus for one fight, but only for one fight. Interesting. You know what? Yeah, I'll take another Blizzard Plus. Let's do it. I think that's actually helpful most of the time. Sure were some good events we found. Alright, well, taking more combats would have been the right pick, but that's fine. We do get one more upgrade here. Unfortunately, there are several things I'd like to upgrade. Fission, Heat Sinks, Hologram, and Skim are all, and Dual Cast are all very good upgrades, but we can only upgrade 2 of them. I'm thinking probably Heat Sinks and Hologram, personally. Let's start with Heat Sinks here. Ooh, and we drew it turn 1 even. Excellent. Take 1 damage. I'm okay with taking 1 damage. Hit me. Damage is incoming. Dual Cast is a semi-reasonable block option here. Good Hologram Reinforced Body. That's not very good compared to dual casting. I was hoping we draw one of our fissions, but that's not been a thing. Playing loop draws too. It's also a reasonable option. But I don't have room in hand, so what I'm going to do is play the Ascender's Bane for space, even though we no longer draw off the puzzle, and then play loop to draw 2 more. Which at least got me recursion. I'm cool with that. And then hologram recursion is better than dual casting, I believe. Take 5. That's not too bad. And I owe the chat a dad joke. I think we're definitely going to be playing Fission here. That actually draws everything. Then we can Glacier, then Fission. I'm cool with that. So let's go with an oldie but a goodie, considering we're about to play some Fission here. What kind of defect does the... what kind of car, excuse me, does the defect have? A Ford Fusion. More cards, please. More ice, please. Forward Fission Plus. And yes, Forward Focus, also an acceptable punchline on that one. Gotta love when you can use multiple different words for the punnery. It's good times. Good times. Rost-tacular. That one's a machine learning, I think. You just have nothing turns sometimes. I don't think those are going to cut it in Heart. Like, we can't just draw a Glacier triple defense streamline versus Heart and expect that to go very well. It's a bit concerning. Ow. What even gets upgraded in Act 4? Crunchy. Alright, it's Time Eater, not the Awakened one, unfortunately. So I don't think we'll get to see a maximized Blizzard. That's alright. Seems like a situation I'd rather buffer for. No frail for me. I'm a turnip. You could maybe do it against Spire Shield. That's an option. I'm not going to be able to tolerate these slime cards. We'll play them as we draw them. Do ultimately have to play cards here to be able to defeat Time Eater. So with one card next turn, I'm okay with that. Slow and Steady wins the race against the Time Slug here. Loop Zap is a winning option. I don't think we actually quite have enough passive block to just E to E, so to speak, the Time Eater. Don't think we get away with that. Scaling our Blizzards ought to be more than sufficient, though. Definitely a slow fight, almost glacial in pace. But our victory is inevitable. Stinky slime, man. Oof. Okay, we're losing the buffers. We have to put an end to this quickly, then. Let's get lightning in play, finally. It's a very threatening turn. Doesn't matter, you're dead. 100 damage blizzard. GG. Cool. Made it through the time meter fight, no problem there. Two thump, two thump, two thump. A deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source of all these frost orbs? I have no idea if this is going to be sufficient. I'm going to be really honest here. Get one last upgrade, or a rest for 6 health. I think the upgrade's good. Hologram, Skim, and Fission are probably our best candidates. I'm thinking the second hologram upgrade's really important. Skim to get through the initial deck faster is also pretty important. If I had more energy generation, I'd like the Skim a bit more. What's missing to an infinite? This deck is nowhere near infinite. All of the pieces to an infinite are missing from this deck for an infinite. So if you were to take the whole deck out and then replace it with a different deck that was infinite, we'd have an infinite. Why not just do that? Because we skipped the peace pipe, that's why, sorry. Actually, 2 madnesses, yes. If with 2 holograms, 2 madnesses. Alright, well, at worst, Ori is 10 max HP. At best, it's some really important cards. Could be focused in there, after all. We can remove a card alongside. I don't think the Bottled Tornado is any good, not without an Echo form. We could bottle Defrag, which is not bad. We could bottle Loop or Buffer, which is not bad, but I think I'd rather look at new cards, especially when we can turn those into hit points if they're not good. Creative AI could change everything. Hold on. Barrage Plus is kind of spicy. Cool-headed Reboot Force Field. Another Recursion Plus. Okay. Oh, I like it, Twitch chat. Give me the Recursion Plus. I think give me the cool-headed. Skip. I think we skip this. It's like maybe a way to kill Shield and Spear, but I'm not sure it actually is. And I'm taking this because I think we need it. Okay, 130 gold left. What can we do? Probably just card remove. Yeah, I think just card remove. Get the last strike gone. And yes, close call indeed. I think this could go either way. It's really going to depend partially on our shield and spear fight. How well do we do against these two? Not a bad opening turn. I actually appreciate being hit for the 21 on this turn. I don't like that we drew double hologram initially. I do like that we're about to take 2 damage, though. And I do like that we didn't get our focus debuffed. I'm gonna zap then, Fission. Oh yeah. Convenient. Draw towards the recursions or get more block this turn. I'm going to take a little bit of damage here. Block 12. So we do 29, take 44. Block potion's fine here. Although it might have use in the heart fight for the buffer. Like cool-headed, we're risking taking 5 more, but there are 3 draws that are better off of 12. So it's not that bad odds. So it's 1 and 4 to get one of them, but we're drawing 2 cards, though. Alright, you know what? I'll do it. No luck. So, block pot, yes or nay? I think nay. Let's take the damage and be a little shamed. I don't mind taking a little bit here. Taking a lot would be considerably worse. The way to turn around here. Okay, incoming damage is how much? 762. That's a nice amount. That's 69 damage. So if I creative AI... Oh, the heatsinks upgrade was so good. And then block for 27 more. We also get 4 at the turn. So 40 plus 27. That means I'll take 2 damage if I play the creative AI. I think that's worth it. I can turn around now. That's even better. More card draw. Next turn looks iffy, though. But we're going to outscale pretty fast here, is my hope. Oh yeah, things are looking up now. Turn this way. Let's see. We used both visions? Looks like we did, huh? We sure did. Spooky. That's a little spooky. Just need to essentially channel as many frost orbs as possible. Which might not be enough. That's the fear currently. What if I had 2 echo forms? Would that be enough? It's still worth it to play this. It's gotta be. Oh, I should have just played it one time. Foolish. Forgot Stone Calendar was coming in there. Alright, that's still fine, though. We can do some hot nonsense here. They're both very dead very soon. There they are. Okay. 45 out of 85 health. We are offered a turbo. I think we want this turbo for the hard fight. We've got some useful potions as well. Now that we have the card draw of the heat sinks and the creative AI, a card like Turbo looks pretty good. Vision turn 1 is kind of interesting. Buffer turn 1's even better. And we use the block potion to block the 67, hopefully. I think this will work. Here's hoping, anyway. No frailty as well. It is the multi-hit first, so hopefully we can protect it. Looking pretty good. Let's see, if I hologram Glacier, is that good enough? Three plus 5. Evoke this for 7. Get 12 at the end of the turn. 4 from plated armor. 12 from the block potion. Hologram the Glacier, play the block potion, play the defend, keeps the buffer intact for next turn. Can I get heat sinks in play? It's really important that heat sinks is in play. Hologram Fission. Go Heatsinks, Capacitor, Fission. That's an interesting option. Trying to draw forward to get our block, rather than blocking with what we have. What if I hollow the Reinforced Body? We would block for 5, and then this is 27. Which goes down to 25. So the 2. So we passively block 28, 12 at end of turn, 4 from the thingy. I think I might be able to get heat sinks in play. Let me just double check that. So hologram, reinforced body, play heat sinks, play reinforced body, use block potion. You block for 5 minus 2. Minus 2 when I play the heat sinks. Plus 18 from reinforced. Minus 2 from beat of death. End turn with 17 block. Get 4 from plated armor. 12 from frost orbs. 12 from block potion is exactly 45 block. And we get the heat sinks in play. That's the line. Might as well do block potion first. Thanks, Red Needle. Buffer's obviously getting used here, so we might as well just play Streamline Blizzard. Get a little bit of damage in. Preserve all this health resource. This could be a winning line through the hard fight. That we didn't get clapped by this. Very, very important. Alright, now it's time to get some powers in play. So, Hollow Fission. I think I'm going to Hollow Capacitor, actually. Let's start with that. Here's Creative AI. So I can go Defend, Turbo, Creative AI. No, I can't. Defend, Fission, Creative AI. Mixed feelings there. Might need to play Defrag. This is really going to depend whether this is multi-hit first or not. Is the second buffer that important? It might be. I'm going to go creative. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it was. Vision. You'd love to see it. Okay, I think we're going to use the vision here. Card draw 3 energy. Turbo is here. Get me more frost ASAP. I'm probably going to go Turbo Hologram Glacier here. Scale up the blizzard more, get our frost orbs refilled. Let's do that. Does that actually keep the buffer? Maybe I lied about the buffer being important. Yeah, I did. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Alright, we can hologram Go for the Eyes, which looks pretty important here. I don't see us full blocking this very easily. It's going to be 3x15. Storm does draw cards, but I'm a little worried about the fact that it'll replace our frost orbs with things we don't want. Hello, Defrag. Unfortunately, Defrag's in the draw pile, not the discard pile. It'll also evoke Frost Orbs for big block, as long as we have them. We don't automatically get Frost Orbs, though. If we have 6 Lightning Orbs, we're getting nothing. Yeah, we'll live this. Could get Skim instead, but I don't really see what that's going to do for me. Gotta do some damage here. I'm going to skip this storm for now. We might play it later, though. Good. Okay, here we go. These are good cards to shuffle without. Get in there, Stone Calendar. This is where the fun begins, and by the fun, we mean revealing that we outscale Heart here. Heart scales up pretty fast here, it's true, but we scale faster. I do think I play the Storm now. Master, master, let's go faster. Skip everything. Ooh. Turn. Let's get the turbo, actually. That's where I feel like this is headed. No statuses for me, thanks. Alright, we need to do some more damage here. Cool with Blizzard, Hollowed Blizzard. Yeah, we are. Could also try to skim for the upgraded Blizzards, but I think that was good enough. Alright, 6x15. This is probably the most difficult attack that we need to survive here. And quite frankly, I don't see what the big deal is. Let's see, this is 42. So currently we'll take a small amount of damage. That's fine. This will result in 1 wound being added to the discard pile. GG, Mr. Hart. Well fought.